So I got my Kogan 27-inch 144Hz curved screen gaming monitor the other day, and at first glance on the monitor, it's not obvious that there's anything wrong with it. But luckily I had my old monitor with me as well in multiple monitor setups, so you can compare them side by side. This is a QNX monitor. It's like a no-name brand. It's 3 or 4 years old. That has better color than the Kogan, which is really saying something. If you bring up something like Microsoft Excel, the problems become even more obvious. So here's Microsoft Excel. Now let's see what happens when I move the window over to here. Refocus. You can't even see the grid lines. You can barely see them. They're very, very faint. If I focus right, yeah, you can barely see the grid lines. And you get the same sort of thing with a program like Views. So there you can see there are lines, but I'll move it over to the other window. No lines. I don't know what that means. If that means the contrast is bad or what. And I've tried playing around with all the settings on on-screen display. So Kogan have very poor quality control. You know, they're obviously releasing monitors without testing them. What's even worse than their quality control is their customer service. Oh, another thing you can tell. See how nice and bright and white it is here? And then you look here, it's more of a shade of light grey. I'll get it split across both screens, if I can. Yeah, nice and bright white there. A very dull white over here. So I contacted Kogan's customer service. Hi, my monitor arrived, there's something wrong with it. And I sent them heaps of information, sent them heaps of pictures showing what the problem was. And also asked them if there's a full user manual for the monitor, because the one that's on the website is terrible. You know, it'll describe, for example, the DCR setting. You read the instruction manual for the DCR setting and it says that this switches DCR on and off. Well, thanks heaps for explaining that, but I could have actually figured that out for myself. But I want to know, what is DCR? It doesn't say so in the manual. It just doesn't really explain anything. But anyway, these are the settings I've got it set to. Alright, so let's see Kogan's brilliant response on the customer service inquiry. Thanks, raised it with the support team, they'll get in contact with you. Alright, here's the response from customer service. Wild Ebb. Thanks for contacting us with photos. I'm sorry to hear you're having issues with your TV. And then they give me some troubleshooting information, which DVI and Vega ports, it's not on the monitor. This is old technology, you know. This is just some bullshit generic email they've sent out. It can be sent to anyone with a TV problem or a monitor problem or anything. They haven't even read my inquiry. So I've had a bit of a dummy spit at them saying, you know, what sort of impression are you trying to make to your customers? You send me a monitor that can't even display whites or display text clearly, then you don't even read my... Look, it's just terrible. So yeah, can you please send us a product serial number? You look all around the monitor. I've picked it up, I've turned it upside down. There is no markings on the monitor. There's no serial number. The only marking on it is a little sticker under here that says when the monitor was made. There's no serial number for it. So now I have to send the monitor back, go without it for God knows how long. And yeah, so look, if you want to buy a cheap monitor, buy a Kogan, like a Kogan. Be aware of the risk you're taking. and that there's very poor quality control and very poor customer service when something goes wrong.